Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid community, Gandalf here. We have Nordak's exclusive 4 out. And it's a relatively straightforward exclusive. It just simply says give direct damage up 2. And direct damage up basically goes up by 50%. Now this is a nice 50% boost to direct damage. It is actually a pretty big buff. Now this actually makes bruiser teams decent. Like, we can see how quick notable that is. Shortly, we'll go take Nordak, Agatha, and Wukong, that team with Heng back into Wuthering Coast to just show like how much 50% extra every 4 turn kind of really matters. I don't think it's that big of a boost, but nonetheless, it does help bruiser teams get a little bit of an edge in the current meta because you do need to be really tanky. And it will help with PvP a little bit as well. Now, what's really nice though is Nordak's Echo. So if you actually take a look at his Echo is actually really good. One, straight up 30% shield effect. He can gradually get his own shield effect, I think up to 100% from, I think when you get 100, let's just check, make sure I'm right. At 100 layers, sorry, 40. Okay, you get 40 shield effect when he maxes out the 100 layers, but he can get 30 from this Echo. He also gets up to straight up 18% max HP. So this is on top of standard max HP. Plus, the first time he gets shield, he could gain self-effective hit up to 100%. So this now all of a sudden makes it viable to, if you're a whale, only if you're a whale, I think I will recommend this, is building Nordak with enough initial effective res, like around 150 to 200 with decent speed. Now with this 100 effect res, you can't even CC the Nordak, and then you go straight into a nice, damage immunity holy shelter. Furthermore, what's more broken about this Echo is this is every time he gives a shield. So every time we'll have your allies taking a turn, they're going to get this anyways because Nordak passively gives them the shield. So they will always have Light of Divinity on them. And they will basically increase mastery, resistance, and tenacity. So with this Echo, if you have max out Echo, this is such a broken Echo because, and this only works if they're Holy Light Parliament. So unless we get, another hero like this. The new hero Frank, I'll talk about in a separate video, has a very similar mechanic, but because it's not from Holy Light, you won't get this. But 60% mastery, effective res, and tenacity is pretty decent. Like having that almost like a permanent buff. So you can have it up to 2 layers. When Nordak gives, shield proactively, it could stack up to 2 layers. One more time. But you can see like Nita, it's going to take a turn. It's going to lose that layer. But it doesn't matter. Every time when Nita takes a turn, she's going to get a shield. So your entire team, no matter what, will always at least have 1 layer on. And when Nordak casts it, you're going to have 2 layers on. This, I feel like the Echo they have added is essentially a bigger buff to Nordak than the direct damage up. So that's the first part I kind of want to explain. And just to make sure, I know the Echo wording is a little bit confusing, but it's not just the first turn. You can get the mastery buff consistently. So yeah, that Echo definitely, I think it'll be on tomorrow, so definitely hoping to grab a copy of a few of those for Nordak. But immediately we can see, we can go to Wuthering Coast. And just to see how much more damage this team can do. Before, like a bruiser team like this, I would have expected around 2 to 3 mil. Let's just don't use anything too special here. And you put Agatha in here. Where's our Agatha? Most of these heroes, I just have to double check if they're like stripped clean or they still have enough stats on it. Here, for simplicity's sake, where is it? There we go. Okay. Test. Okay, it's a lot higher than I remembered. Wukong does do a lot. My Nordak isn't doing as much as I remember it. Let's say we take Agatha out and we put in, say, Ben Austin. Because Agatha, you want to ban one of the skill. Okay, 3.6. That's pretty notable. Let's put Agatha in here. I think we should be in a similar ballpark. I think my Agatha lost a lot of her gear. Pretty sure I moved a lot of the Agatha gear off. But either way, you can see like the having the direct damage up definitely is a notable boost to this team. So this is a very free-to-play friendly team in terms of the direct damage. If you are absent of Marie, absent, of Jingle Bell, and you're just looking for a solid direct damage bruiser team. This also means, when you're running PvP teams, Nordak back in there with a bruiser team, like I do feel like this might make, the Henge come back, right? Additional 50% direct damage boosted on top of Henge's massive nuke. This could be going places, right? So definitely the additional survivability before Nordak already was a nice HP boost to help survive. Having the Echo tomorrow, we might see Nordak coming back into the meta a little bit. I'm feeling like there's sufficient heroes to really see a lot of diversity as everyone's trying to figure out what the 5 versus 5 teams are. Like even right now in Advanced Arena, like I've seen so many different teams right now. There is this variation where people like to put put Marie on a freeze control team, but that's kind of weak against bruiser teams that are anti-CC. We're going to see more of that with Nordak getting stronger. We also see like, it's just a big mix of teams. Like here, they see, there's no, here you can see, where's the Jingle, and then you see Jingle Bell you see Marie on a really tanky team like this, but then this kind of fall, you could straight up nuke it with another Marie team on the enemy side, just because, you're then just open to direct damage. So direct damage nuking all across all of that will work as well. So yeah, there is no ultimate single team that's perfect defense. That's kind of also seeing Classic Arena right now. I feel like the PvP meta is in a really sweet spot. All the positive changes, I really hope they continue living into it. The Nordak changes are very free to play welcoming. Especially what I love to see is some of the older heroes coming back into relevance, right? So for example, Henge could potentially be very much more relevant due to Nordak. Atkins Atkins wasn't hitting hard enough, but now with the Nordak buff, in theory, not only make the team even more tanky with Atkins on it, but also will make Atkins do 50% more direct damage. So Nordak, we definitely expect to see Nordak coming back into the meta with this change, because we haven't seen meta in Nordak in PvP for a while now. The last thing is, many of you know, my code is up. Do want to take a moment to say that, this is also another positive change. We have seen the Swordharbour event come back very often now, but this is the first time they added in the Spirit Beast selection chest. And yes, they took our feedback. Yes, they do need to give Bambi as an option. Stop. Like the New Year one, when it didn't have Bambi in there, that was a little bit of a disappointment. Everybody needs a Bambi. It's still kind of very staple for a lot of players, and it's nice to see that free-to-play should be able to pick up another 10 copies of Bambi over there. What's also nice is down here they do have this Echo selection, and now in the shop you have this one for $70, which probably throw in another 5 maybe, or probably this one's enough, like $71, $75. You get one of these heroes, and then you get, the Echo of your choice. One of these, just being able to choose a hero usually is worth $40 to $50, and then the other Echo, the Echo you can buy is actually decent, so that makes that deal a really good deal. So yes, they're really, because you have some of the latest Echoing here as well, right? Like you can go all the way up to, I think is that Giselle? No, that's, sorry. I saw Lucky Ace. Yeah, we have all the way up to Giselle's Echo. So Giselle, and so Decora, like all the heroes that were missing. So I'm actually going to go right ahead and yeah, this is a very solid deal in my mind. Where did it go? There we go. I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and we are going to grab our Decora because Decora is a hero. Just like on the summons I was talking about yesterday, I was like, I can't wait until I get a Decora. I'm glad, you know, Decora is on the list. And I think it's really nice to have all these heroes nicely, easily available for newer players to catch up. Decora still remains very key in terms of in the meta. So, and it's really good for locking down enemies. In a way, yes, you can actually use it to lock down Marie, to prevent Marie from having an open big, getting some additional turn meters at the beginning, and nuking you. All right, with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Gandalf out.